Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever ended your day feeling completely exhausted, but when you really think about it, you can't clearly say what you actually accomplished? You were busy. Your phone didn't stop buzzing. Your to-do list was full. Your mind was racing from one thing to another. But deep down, there's this uncomfortable question whispering inside you. If I'm so busy, why am I not winning? Today, I want to talk to you about something that might change the direction of your entire life. Not motivation. Not productivity hacks. Not another wake up at 4 a.m. routine. I want to talk about the difference between being busy and actually winning. Because those two things are not the same. In fact, sometimes they are complete opposites. Most people are addicted to being busy. They don't realize it, but they are. Being busy makes you feel important. It makes you feel needed. It gives you the illusion of progress. When you say, "I'm so busy," it almost sounds like a badge of honor. But here's the truth, busy is often just a distraction from what actually matters. Let me explain something that changed everything for me. Being busy is doing many things. Winning is doing the right things. That's it. You can fill your entire day with emails, meetings, scrolling, responding, fixing small problems, helping everyone, running errands, answering messages, checking notifications, watching videos about self-improvement instead of actually improving. And at the end of the day, you feel tired. But you didn't move forward. You were active. But you weren't effective. Winning requires clarity. Busy requires reaction. Think about that. Busy people react. Winners decide. Busy people wake up and immediately check their phone. They let notifications decide their priorities. They let other people's demands control their day. They jump from one small task to another, constantly putting out fires. Winners wake up and ask one question. What is the one thing that, if I complete it today, moves my life forward? And then they protect that thing like their future depends on it, because it does. Let me tell you a hard truth. You don't have a time problem. You have a focus problem. We all have the same 24 hours. The difference isn't who has more time. The difference is who has more clarity. Clarity about their goals. Clarity about their priorities. Clarity about what actually matters. Most people say they want to win. They say they want success, freedom, growth, impact. But when you look at their daily schedule, you don't see any evidence of that desire. You see chaos. You see randomness. You see a life run by urgency instead of importance. And urgency is the biggest trap of all. Urgent tasks scream. Important tasks whisper. Urgent tasks feel dramatic. Important tasks feel boring. Checking messages feels urgent. Building a skill feels quiet. Responding to every notification feels urgent. Working deeply on your dream feels uncomfortable. And because urgent tasks give you quick relief, you keep choosing them. Over and over again. You answer another email. You take another call. You scroll for just 5 minutes. You say yes to another request. And slowly, without realizing it, you trade your future for short-term comfort. Winning doesn't come from reacting faster. Winning comes from ignoring more. You need to learn the skill of strategic neglect. That means you consciously decide what not to do. You stop attending meetings that don't matter. You stop replying instantly to everything. You stop trying to impress everyone. You stop saying yes to things that don't align with your goals. And that's uncomfortable. Because when you stop being busy, you feel exposed. You sit with silence. You face your real priorities. And suddenly, there are no distractions hiding the fact that you haven't been working on the one thing that actually matters. That's why people stay busy. It protects them from facing their real work. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you say you want to build a YouTube channel. That's your goal. That's your dream. But instead of writing scripts, recording videos, learning storytelling, and studying your audience, you spend hours redesigning your logo, changing your channel banner, checking analytics every 10 minutes, watching tutorials, responding to comments, comparing yourself to other creators. You are busy. But you're not creating. You are active. But you're not advancing. Winning requires deep work. Deep work is focused, uninterrupted time spent on a high-value task. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting every minute. It's often frustrating. But it's powerful. 2 hours of deep work will change your life more than 10 hours of shallow activity. So here's the shift you need to make. Stop measuring your day by how busy you were. Start measuring your day by what meaningful progress you made. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I do today that future me will thank me for? Not what kept you occupied. Not what made you feel important. What actually moved the needle? Another big problem is that we confuse motion with progress. Motion feels good. It creates energy. It looks productive. But progress is measurable. It's directional. It's intentional. Going to the gym and taking selfies is motion. Following a structured program and increasing your strength is progress. Talking about business ideas is motion. Launching and testing a product is progress. Watching motivational videos is motion. Applying one lesson immediately is progress. If you want to start winning, you need to fall in love with progress, not activity. And that means you must get brutally honest about your distractions. Your phone is not neutral. Social media is not neutral. Constant notifications are not neutral. They are designed to fragment your attention. Every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a cost. You lose momentum. You lose depth. You lose clarity. And when your attention is scattered, your results will be scattered. Winners protect their attention like it's gold. Because it is. Your attention is your life force. Where you direct it determines who you become. If your attention is constantly pulled in 20 different directions, your life will feel chaotic. If your attention is focused on one meaningful goal consistently, your life will start to compound. Compounding is the secret to winning. Small daily progress, repeated over months and years, creates unstoppable results. But compounding only works if you stay consistent. And consistency requires focus. And focus requires saying no. This is where most people struggle. They want to win, but they don't want to disappoint anyone. They want to succeed, but they don't want to miss out. They want progress, but they also want comfort. You can't have both. You cannot chase every opportunity and still dominate one path. You cannot say yes to everyone and still say yes to your dreams. Every yes is a no to something else. So if you say yes to random distractions, you are saying no to your future. Winning requires sacrifice. Not dramatic sacrifice. Not quitting everything and disappearing from the world. But disciplined sacrifice. Choosing to work when you feel like scrolling. Choosing to learn when you feel like complaining. Choosing to rest strategically instead of escaping into endless entertainment. Let's talk about another dangerous mindset, the idea that being overwhelmed means you're important. Overwhelm is not a status symbol. It's a signal. It's a signal that you have taken on more than you can handle effectively. Instead of asking, how can I do more, ask, what can I eliminate? Winning is often subtraction, not addition. Remove unnecessary meetings. Remove pointless habits. Remove low-value tasks. Remove toxic environments. Remove relationships that drain your energy. When you clear space, you create power. Clarity comes from simplicity. And simplicity comes from courage. It takes courage to simplify your life. It takes courage to stop trying to impress everyone. It takes courage to say, "This is my priority. Everything else can wait." Another key shift is understanding the difference between goals and systems. Goals are outcomes. Systems are daily behaviors. If you only focus on goals, you will constantly feel behind. But if you focus on building a simple daily system that moves you forward, winning becomes automatic. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," say, "Every day I will spend 1 hour on my highest value task before anything else." Instead of saying, "I want to get fit," say, "I will train 4 times a week at 6 p.m., no matter what." Winning is not about intensity. It's about consistency. You don't need extreme motivation. You need disciplined structure. And structure protects you from chaos. Now let's talk about something uncomfortable. Sometimes you are busy because you are afraid to focus on one thing. When you focus on one thing, your results become visible. If you fail, it's clear. If you succeed, it's clear. But when you are busy with 20 things, you always have an excuse. "I didn't really try. I was working on other stuff. I didn't have time." Busyness protects your ego. Focus challenges it. If you truly want to win, you have to risk failing at something meaningful. You have to say, "This is my shot. I'm going all in on this." Not emotionally. Not recklessly. But intentionally. Pick one major priority for the next 90 days. 1. Not 5. Not 10. 1. Then design your days around it. Everything else becomes secondary. When you do this, something powerful happens. Your energy stops leaking. Your mind stops jumping. Your confidence grows because you see real progress. And when you start seeing real progress, motivation becomes natural. You don't need hype when you have evidence. You don't need constant inspiration when you have momentum. Momentum is addictive. But you only build momentum when you stop interrupting yourself. So here's a practical challenge for you. For the next 7 days, wake up and do your most important task first. Before social media. Before messages. Before anything reactive. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Create at least one 60-minute block of deep, uninterrupted work. At the end of each day, write down one sentence. "Today I moved forward by ________________________________________________________________________________________________________ Simple. Not easy. But simple. If you do this for a week, you will feel a shift. If you do this for a month, you will see a shift. If you do this for a year, your life will look completely different. Remember this: busy people chase tasks. Winners chase outcomes. Busy people fill their calendars. Winners protect their time. Busy people seek validation. Winners seek progress. And here's the final truth. Winning is not about beating others. It's about becoming who you said you wanted to be. It's about looking at your life and knowing you didn't waste your potential on distractions. It's about ending your day tired, but fulfilled. Not because you did everything, but because you did what mattered. So the next time someone asks you, "How are you?" instead of proudly saying, "I'm so busy," imagine saying, "I'm focused." That one word changes everything. Stop trying to look productive. Start being effective. Stop reacting to life. Start designing it. Stop being busy. Start winning. And if this message hit you at the right time, don't just watch it and move on. Apply it. Because information without action is just another distraction. I'll see you in the next video.